We're here at the Pittsburgh Ware Reunion, 12th Annual Reunion, and we're standing here with ex-captain of the Ware. And can we have you give your name, Captain?
Captain or Commander Joe Neville.
And what years were you on the Ware, sir?
I was on the Ware from 66 to 69.
66, 69. And what transpired during those years that are real forthcoming for us?
Well, in 1967 we made a 7-month deployment to Vietnam. In 1968 we deployed for about 6 months to the Middle East.
Can you tell us, relate to us a little bit about what went on in Vietnam when the Ware was there?
Well, of course, we went over there to work with the 7th Fleet on Yankee Station, and for the first couple of months we acted as rescue destroyer for the various carriers that were over there. We did rescue one seaman that fell overboard from a carrier. I think, as a matter of fact, 2 seamen fell overboard from the carriers, and that was the only major rescue we made. But the rest of the time, we just plane guarded for them, and of course, the tempo of operations was pretty fast. We made something like 53, I think, underway replenishments from the carriers or supply ships, and 18 of those were at night, which is not a lot of fun because your vision is distorted and the lights are confusing. But we managed to get through them unscathed. We eventually went up to the gun line to Operation Sea Dragon, and that was for about a month. And during that month, we made 19 Sea Dragon missions against military targets along North Vietnamese coast. We were taken under fire 6 times, I think, and we were never hit. We never sustained any damage or casualties. One time we were straddled, and some of the rounds landed about 30 or 40 yards on either side of the ship. But we made it through okay. But quite a few of the other ships did get hit over there.
Some of the crewmen that I've talked to have related their experiences there at the skirmish, we'll call it, and they said that shells were falling within a short distance of the ship, and shrapnel they thought was hitting the hull.
Well, at that time we were straddled. I think some of the rounds fell about 30 yards from the ship, and yes, shrapnel did, hit the hull, and some of it came on deck.
Do you recall how many rounds were fired on the shore batteries?
We fired, I think, a total of about 1,045 rounds of 5-inch .38 ammunition against the shore batteries. One
of the things that I was always curious about is if we were in a situation like that, was anyone frightened besides the sailors themselves?
Well, I guess everybody was. I know I was.
You were?
Well, it's like a friend of mine told me a long time ago, you got so much to do, you don't have a lot of time to be scared.
Yes.
Because there was a lot of evasive maneuvers, and once we get taken under fire, the gunnery officer takes over and it's his show. All the captain has to worry about is maneuvering to avoid the return fire from the shore battery. Well, I think that time we were straddled. Usually, if somebody gets a straddle on you, that means from one salvo, the rounds fall on each side of the ship. If they get another, then usually the next salvo will hit you. But we were lucky we didn't get hit, so I was a little worried for a few minutes then, but we managed to, move out of there pretty fast.
So the Ware was within the Vietnam area for what, 7 months?
Well, actually, it was about a month and a half transit each way. We were gone about 6 months, so I'd say we were in the Vietnam area about 4 months. So we came back again. We were supposed to make a round-the-world cruise, but that was canceled because the Israelis and the Arabs had I think that was the 6-day war, and the Suez Canal was closed. So we had to go back around to Cape of Good Hope again, back to the States. And we were back in the States for, 6 or 7 months, and we then deployed to the Middle East. And that was mainly a show the flag cruise. The Middle East was pretty quiet then. They just had a seaplane tender and 2 old destroyers over there. We just kind of went around visiting dignitaries, and we did make a mission out to Mauritius Island to deliver relief supplies after they had a very bad cyclone in that area.
I wasn't on the Ware, Captain, while you were captain of the ship, but I've heard a lot of good comments from crewmen that were on the Ware, and they always talk very highly of you. So they obviously had a lot of respect for you. And I guess I kind of miss having served with you on the Ware. But it sounds like you were a great captain, and it's truly my honor to meet you at this time.
Well, thanks very much.
Thank you.